Sorry, Rubes. I've lost it. Sorry. It's so stupid. It's absolutely everything. Welcome back to the Screenplay Podcast, the show all about video games and movies. If you're joining us for the first time, each week, one of myself, Nick, and Rubes will step into an imaginary elevator and pitch our hearts out, pitching a video game as a film and a film as a video game, before we eventually answer the only question that matters: does it get a green light or is it game over? So, this week, by process of elimination, it's going to be Rubles' week to pitch to us. How are you feeling about that, Rubes? How's your week been?
Good, man. I've frozen. I was on holiday recently.
You're right. You're okay.
Yeah.
Use a little mini game over there, didn't you?
Yeah. Just like froze. I was on holiday recently. And it's a bit of a funny story that I'll tell you guys. So I was on a plane back. Right, it was a great holiday. I had a good time on the plane back.
Where'd you go? Albania?
Yeah. Actually,
Sorry,
stop
Nick.
a few sex traffickers. So, I think I succeeded. Anyway. So on the way back, I was on the plane, and next to me was this dad and his son. His son was about seven or eight. And in front of them was the mum. So these guys didn't look poor, right? The dad, I think, was a trader. I looked at his phone. He had loads of like stock apps and stuff. And the mum had loads of Botox. Anyway, the son like taps the mum on the shoulder and goes, "Oi, give us the phone." And she's like, turns around and she's like, "Hang about. I'll give it to you in a second. Hold on." So he waits about 30 seconds. Remember, this is a 7-year-old. He taps her again and goes, "Give me the fucking phone." I was just like, what the fuck?
Wow.
And then the dad looks at him. He looks at the mum and he goes, "Give him the fucking phone."
Oh my god.
I was in shock. I was like, oh man, I'm 4 hours next to these prats. But
oh my god.
like, I was stunned. Like, I should have stood up and said to her, "Give him the fucking phone." But I was I just froze. I froze just like I did at the start of this episode. That was all an act.
That was so funny.
So,
that was a great bit.
Yeah.
When is your stand-up career starting, by the way? When are you kicking off?
Nah, man. I don't think I'm made for that life.
I think you might be. That was fucking good. That was funny.
Yeah. But that legit happened. Like, yeah.
Yeah, weird. I like the details. I know that legit happened because weird details about her having Botox and him having trading apps. Yeah. It really gave some sort of context to what, yeah. God.
Yeah, so much weird shit happened on that plane. Like, but that was just one of the stories, yeah. There's another guy, like, he ordered coffee and then... Like,
that is weird.
Yeah, no, he ordered coffee and then his daughter spilt it on herself. His daughter's probably about 10. He stands up, looks at the stewardess, he goes, "You fucking dickhead, the coffee's too hot." And I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy on? Like, coffee's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
So
what airline was this?
Sleazy Jet.
Sleazy Jet.
Oh, there you go. This is the topic we got. All right.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of air things,
let's not do India.
No.
Seat
not
11A.
For laughs. Not for laughs. Yeah, 11A. Jesus. No. I just want to quickly shout out.
To Trump, then you're Jesus.
What a great flight! I just got finished. It's so crazy watching. There's a comedian I adore. He's like the comedian's comedian. He's called Nathan Fielder. He had a show called Nathan For You on Comedy Central, and then he's done a few things, but he's won awards for a show called The Rehearsal, HBO money. He's done 2 seasons. The second season was all about airline disasters and crashes. And it's the most, if you've not heard anything about it or seen it, please do yourself a favor and go and watch. The finale might just be the best piece of TV I've ever seen.
Is it on Netflix?
It's completely preposterous. It's on Sky Comedy and it's on HBO. And I'm sure you can find it online if you want to. But the reason I say it is like because he's deadpan. He's a deadpan comic. He's like, HBO have given me $500 million to make a show. I want to do it about airplane disasters because I like those as a hobby. But obviously, it's not very funny. So he's always trying to find the humor in like what is clearly a really sordid thing. Yeah. I won't go off too much on it. But then anyway, he basically goes to Congress. This isn't the big finale. This is just a bit. He wants to go to Congress to change. He basically realizes the crashes usually happen because the captain and the co-pilot are encouraged not to communicate, because if the co-pilot says you're doing this wrong to the captain could report his co-pilot and get them struck off. So you always have to just sit quiet while the captain does it. But if the captain's a fucking idiot, then it's So he kind of realizes that he gets all these transcripts and is like, this is seems to be the common cause of any of these big disasters. So I'll say no more. It goes on from there. It's fucking amazing. I really would recommend it. But then the week after I finished watching it, fucking that Indian plane crash happened. And I just thought, wow, what a weirdly timed thing to happen. Yeah. Anyway, send one up to those guys. Peace. Mad though that the guy who survived was from Leicester.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't see. I saw that, and there was another girl who missed her flight by a few minutes because she was stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I saw that girl. Yeah.
Final Destination girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wonder if it's going to come for her now. Did you watch Bloodlines? Did either of you watch it?
Nah,
I watched it recently. It's all right. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun. I think the Bloodlines element of the plot made it feel different to the other Final Destinations, which was a really clever move on their part. And I think the director had a real good grasp of how to play with expectations. Like they'll set up so many things, they'll foreshadow so many things that you can't tell where it's going to happen or where the death's going to come from. It's a bit of fun. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Rubes, we have a mate in common, Leah, and I saw her recently, and she said she hadn't been to the cinema in so long, and she went for the first time to see that. She said she had like the best time. She said it was like a blast. It was like funny and silly, and she just felt like she just had a great theatre experience. So I'd really want to see it.
Yeah, and the kills are good. Like if you like Final Destination, and like there's 5 of them prior to this, right? I think it would be in the upper echelons of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, maybe the first 2, then this, and 5. And then 3 and 4.
What's the one with the highway accident?
That's the one I remember the most. With the logs.
The logs that come off the back of the truck,
The first is the air. Yeah. First is the air crash one, isn't it? Second one is...
That's right,
second one is the highway disaster. Third, I can't remember what happens, but I just remember some woman with big tits.
Roller coaster?
Yeah, it's really cheesy, and the woman goes to get tanned. Yeah, tits explode in the tanning booth. Yeah.
I love how a spoiler now, but on the 5th one, when they think they've outrun death, and then they get onto the plane, that's the plane from the first one. So it's like a nice loop. It was really cool.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't seen that actually. God, that's great.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I must have seen it. I've just forgotten it. Yeah, no, that's great. Well, does that in any way, shape, or form segue into what you want to talk about?
It does because like unlike your 2 pitches last time, mine's going to be a fucking disaster.
How so, bro? How so?
So I've picked. I'm going to pitch the movie version of EA Sports FC.
You're going to turn EA Sports into a film.
Sports FC into a film.
Great film, mate. Great film.
Doesn't it already exist? Isn't it called Goal or something?
No, that's shit.
Do you remember that one? He like goes to Newcastle or something.
Real Madrid, Newcastle, and there's another one, I think.
The first one, Newcastle, then he goes to Madrid, and then the third one, he's not even in it. It's about England. He's in it, but he's like a side character. It's about England.
Wow.
The World Cup. Yeah, I've seen all 3 of them, but it's just surprising. Like football's such a big sport, but there's hardly any good football movies until now.
That's true.
Until now.
Wow, I can't wait to see how you turn this, into a film. How many nods can you give to the game? So I guess let's see. All right, take it away.
Before I get into the pitch, thoughts on EA Sports?
EA Sports football.
how shit is. Gary loves it.
God,
I play it year upon year upon year. In fact, I'm going to show the camera now. I only play them because I haven't paid for an EA Sports game for the last 5 years. I've got mates that always give me a code for free.
Okay.
So I haven't paid. I don't touch the offline mode. I just go on Ultimate Team. Never in my life, I don't know if you can see at time of recording, I used to have 1 million coins, which is a lot. Up there now, I've got 861,000. So I could buy any player in the game. I could buy the best 5 players in the game. My squad, this means nothing to you, but it's just all full of superstars and stuff. And I hate the game. And I'm the same every year. It's no matter how good my team is, how much money I have. The competitive edge is so rigged. You'll win a couple, lose a couple, win a couple. It's just a way to keep you playing. So I think the gameplay sucks and EA are corrupt as fuck.
I think the game manufactures results. You could be winning 3-0, and then the next half it will just manufacture it for you to lose 4-3. It's just shit, man. I miss Pro Evo. Remember Pro Evo 6 when Adriano had 99% power? Fucking great.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And PES 8, those were great days.
EA Sports doesn't touch those Like,
no,
Nick, you weren't really a big fan, were you?
So yeah, when I was last around yours, I picked it up and had a little go, and I played the sort of online 5-a-side thing.
Yes, you did. Yes,
had, and I hated it. It was pony. And there was always like one person that wants to just dick around as well and not do it properly, and
they ruined it. Yeah, just dribbling it out for a throw in.
Yeah, exactly. Just doing dickhead things intentionally, and it's just this is pointless. But I think my biggest thing with EA is the whole Ultimate Team, the loot box thing. You know what I mean? People just pile in stupid amounts of money so they can get Messi and all the other big players.
Yeah,
you can get, and it's just gross, to be honest with you. And each iteration doesn't really feel that big of a change sometimes.
Yeah,
and being a Switch player as well,
it's even worse.
They literally, it's even worse. It's never any different except for updated
kits and things,
kits and teams and squads. So I absolutely despise EA football. I miss Pro. It peaked with Pro 5 for me. That was my
Pro
favorite.
6, man. Pro 6 was pretty good.
That was the first one for PS3, right? If I remember rightly.
I can't remember, but I just remember Adriano with the 99% power on his left foot. Fucking hell, shoot from anywhere, scores.
Great. No, I just remember 5. Just remember one. But what's that called now? Pro is still kind of going, but it's called something else as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Unreal Football or something?
No, it's not.
I think eFootball.
It's just eFootball, and it's again, that's still not quite the same. They've both fell off. To be fair, they've both fell off.
Yeah, there's no real good football games anymore.
No,
actually, I don't know if you've seen, but it might play a part in Rubel's thing. EAFC 26 is going to be an open world game where you can apparently drive your car, go and buy a house, buy clothes, train on Volta-like pitches,
an actual superstar,
interact with online users, set up.
Who's the main character? Gareth Bale.
Golfing every weekend.
Which is just like, I saw that online and I just like laughed. I was like, fix the fucking gameplay and the game before making an open world that no one's going to play. It's just going to sink like a lead balloon.
Surely there's another company that can come in like Konami did with PES and just like make a better football game. Like, come on.
Fucking hope so, right? You'd hope so.
Yeah.
It's there for the taking now more than ever. It's there for the taking. And a good free one. Fortnite's great and all these things are great for people and they're free unless you want to pay for skins and stuff. I love just a good free one that we can all get on together. That's really good and fun.
Yeah, I don't even need the fucking licenses. Like, I don't care about any of that.
See, I'm the same as you, but I couldn't get certain friends to play one of the last Pro Evos because they weren't like, it only had a small handful of teams officially. Yeah. And then everything else.
So they didn't want to play at the Trad Brick Stadium.
Yeah, well, Man United, thankfully, was one of the ones they still had. But my friend in particular here was a Spurs fan, and so they didn't have proper Spurs and
London City Whites, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And their kit was like yellow or whatever it was, and he just he hated it, and it was just like, I was like, oh, wow, okay, fine. So it's a big turn off for a lot of people, even though it doesn't. I prefer gameplay as opposed to stuff like that, but there's too many people that are into that sort of the shallow aspect of it, and unfortunately,
but I like how Pro used to get a bit creative. Ronaldo would be Ronaldon.
Ronaldo,
Romario.
But if EA has lost the FIFA rights, does that mean that they're going to give it to someone else? Are we expecting a new type of FIFA game?
No, they just lost the name. They lost the name FIFA, but they still have the license. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they still have the license to all the football teams officially and the kits and the likenesses of players. They just don't have the FIFA backing. So that's why it's the AFC. I mean, since they've changed, it's got even worse. So it's so surreal that I bitch so hard about the game, and it's the only game I go back and play. But I had a month off since I was traveling, had 1 million coins in the bank, went online, just played the game, hated it so much. I was like, I don't want to spend my coins. I don't want to do anything with this. I'm just done. I'm tapped. Until next year. So I'll see you in September. Anyway, with that, Rubel, tell us about your own thoughts on the franchise and then obviously give us your pitch.
So I am pitching the movie version of EA Sports FC. How much you're going to like this pitch will depend on how many of the little football references you get. I hope you'll get most of them. They're quite obvious, but So I'll go into it. It's a bit more like Nick's Power Stone pitch. So it's just like the story, what happens, right? So we're 5 years from the present, let's say 2030. So Man City have won the league 5 years in a row, right? Top goal scorer every single season with 30 goals has been Haaland, played by Dolph Lundgren. So because of this, right, viewing numbers have been tanking. They're not doing well at all. So Sepp Blatter's old man doesn't know what to do. He steps down, and his son Sepp Blatter Jr. steps up, right, played by Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god!
What he does, Nick Cage.
Yeah, what's wrong with Nick Cage? Mate, can I just tell you, he's the most versatile actor in Hollywood, right? So,
have you seen the surfboard film?
The Surfer? Of course, I've fucking seen The Surfer.
Was it good?
It's amazing. Okay. Let me just say a quick little side note about Nick Cage, right? Tell me which other actor does this, right? Most actors win the Oscar, right? And then they're like, I want to do some acting. I want to get the big acting movies, right? Nick Cage, done some great performances, right? Raising Arizona, Adaptation, Leaving Las Vegas, won an Oscar, and then he goes, nah, give me The Rock, give me Con Air, and give me Face Off. Fucking legend, right? 3 of the best action films of all time, straight after he wins an Oscar, because he's a fucking legend. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, Sepp Blatter Jr., played by Nick Cage. He sells football. He's like, I'm done with football. We don't need it anymore. And he shuts it down and sells it all to EA. And EA replaced football with eFootball. So everyone, all the stadiums are gone. It's illegal to even talk about football. The kits are gone. You watch people.
It's illegal to talk about football.
It's illegal to talk about football
in public, hey? Right? In public, and then so you have you tune in 3 p.m. on a Saturday, and you see KSI and all these guys playing EA Sports FC, and that's the new football, right?
What? And Nick Cage has done this to us.
Yeah, Nick Cage, Sepp Blatter Jr. So that's happened, right? So they got rid of all traces of football from the internet.
Sorry, I feel like I'm in a fever dream. Sorry to throw you off. How did we get here? Why? How have we arrived at the point where you tune in and you watch?
Because the numbers were down so much, the viewing numbers
on the match,
for football,
on a match.
For football, no one's watching it, and Sepp Blatter steps down. His son takes over. He sells FIFA to EA. So EA are like, we're going to close football. We're going to get rid of football. We're going to replace it with eFootball, right? Hear me out. This is just a tip of the iceberg, mate.
I bet, yeah.
So they've got rid of all mention of football online, and then suddenly there's one website. No one thought of closing it down, right? And on there's 4 fans from rival clubs chatting to each other, reminiscing, Joe, you missed the day we used to, banter each other in the stadiums and stuff like that. So these 4 are going to be our main 4 characters, right? So we got Liverpool. He's going to be Liverpool's going to be represented by obviously probably the on top of his game scouser right now, Stephen Graham. And then you're going to have Man United. So we all know Man United fans all live in China. They've never been to fucking Old Trafford, never been to Manchester. They used to be all action, but now they're a bit of a joke. So we're going for Jackie Chan.
That's good.
And then
that hurts me as a Jackie Chan fan and a Man United fan.
And a United fan.
and the fact that it's all true. And then
I've been Old Trafford, let's be real.
And then you got Arsenal, played by an actor who always looks like he's on the brink of making it. He's going to be big, but he always comes second. You can't just make it. Idris Elba, right? Remember when he came through in The Wire? It's fucking amazing, right? You're like, this guy's going to be the next big thing. The next thing is on Sky adverts. So Idris Elba. And then for Spurs, the 4th team, we got Nick Frost, because I needed someone fat, overweight, low self-esteem loser. I was going to originally ask Nick, but he's a fair actor.
Oh, he's done you again. Nick, you were giving shit to me in our group chat recently. You were giving shit to me, saying I'd let myself go or something like that. And I was like, I always defend you when Rubes does that to you.
You're kind of like when someone says something in front of girls and they go, "Oh, that's what you do." You go, "Oh, you've done it again." It's like you're grabbing my cheeks and slapping me on the side of the face.
I only did that to make sure. I was trying to make sure he's paying attention. That's all. Nick Frost, because Nick's a failed actor. I wouldn't do that to him.
Listen, I'm going to be in Gary's pilot. That's all I know. We'll say more about that at a later date.
Mm-hmm. These 4 guys, right? They meet up in Newcastle. They were close by. They all meet there, and they're like, let's go to St James's Park. Get the help of Alan Shearer. He's a respected person in the football community and stuff. So they go there, but St. James's Park is like burnt down and it's replaced by a tyre shop called Pressure is for Tyres. And then instead of... I'm
this is just a series of puns loosely based around football. And then world's most contrived plot.
Hang on. So they're there, right? But Alan Shearer's not there. Instead, you see Michael Owen. Michael Owen's working there, and he's just like, "Oh, sorry, lads, I can't really do much. I need to mind the counter. Right? People, customers coming in and stuff." So he goes, "I can lend you one of the cars, and you can go to the EA headquarters. It's in London. But here's a car." And he slips a note into their pocket. And like, okay. So they drive around, you do the montage, you go to Goodison Park, it's burnt down, they go to Old Trafford, it's burnt down, they go to Anfield, it's burnt down. Like, fucking hell. Then you look at that note that Michael Owen sent them, he says something like, if you drive, you'll get there faster than if you run. And they were like, what the fuck? Anyway, so they're like, fuck this, right? They throw that note out the window and they're driving down the motorway. Like, we got to get to London. We got to put us, we got to get football back. We're going to win football back. So they're driving. Suddenly this car kind of cuts them off. And they're like, what the fuck? We nearly died. So they pull up next to his car, right? And like, roll your fucking windows down. The guy rolls it down, and he's fucking Scott Hogan, Birmingham legend. And he's driving.
Hogan.
And he's driving. He's driving with his daughter beside him. And then they're like, what are you doing? You couldn't get us killed. You could have got yourself killed. Even worse, you could have got your daughter killed. What are you doing? And then an Uber pulls up next to him on the other side. And Scott Hogan looks like really scared, like frightened for his life. And then the Uber guy like rolls his window down. It's Jamie Carragher, and he spits at the guy's daughter.
Unlucky Jamie, lads. 2-1, lads.
and then Scott Hogan spins out of control, kind of crashes, and Jamie Carragher just drives off laughing. And then our lads are like, "Fucking hell, man! This day's got like crazy. We need to kind of rest. We need to go to a motel or something, right?" So they pull up to this motel, and then what happens at the motel? Let me look up my notes.
I love it. It sounds a bit like the film Rat Race. You ever seen the film Rat Race?
Yeah.
Comedy. Yeah. It's like that series.
I forgot to mention this by Edgar Wright. I think he smashed it.
Right.
So they get to the hotel.
Quickly, is this a drama? Is this a comedy? What are you doing here?
It's like a comedy. It's like This Is the End. You know that, a comedy? It's a bit like that. So they get
so unimpressed.
They get to this hotel and they see Roberto Martinez, and he's like, I'm in this hotel now. My employee Ross Buckley, he'll take you to your room.
So you're just doing this for me because I like doing that impression.
So he takes him to the room, and in the next door room they can hear like a lot of banging sounds.
Sorry, Rubes. I've lost it. Sorry. So stupid. Absolutely everything.
In the other room, you can hear like some banging, like someone's having rough sex. It's got like a gruff voice. He's like, yeah, Danny Ings, take that. And then Sean Dyche comes out with like wearing a towel, and he's like, all right, lads. He's like, I got Danny Ings in there. I'm gonna finish him off later, but tomorrow morning want to go for a slap up tapas.
What does this have to do with anything? This is preposterous.
Hang on. No, it all adds up. So he's like, want to go for a slap up tapas? And then they're like, nah, fuck this, man. They're like, we're good. We're just going to go to our room. We're going to rest up. And tomorrow morning, we're going to go straight down to London and say football. So they go into the room and suddenly, like, they see a man tied up like this, right? And they're like, what the fuck? And they just hear this, like, sniffling sound like,
I'm doing it right now. I'm actually crying. I've actually got tears.
And then they hear someone whisper, German cunt. And then the lights come on and it's David Coote.
Oh, my God. German cunt, fuck me.
And he's got Klopp kind of locked up in the room. And they were like, this is no good. So they ring the cops, right? The cops turn up. And like, they're in the patrol car. And like, they see in the back, there's Adam Johnson, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Chad Evans, all those, the Rat Pack. They see them in the cop car and they're like, this is like, we gotta like forget sleep, right? We just need to like fill up petrol. We need to get the fuck out. So they go to a petrol station and they're like, all right, let's fill up some petrol, let's grab some food and let's be on our way. So they go inside, they fill up the petrol, they go inside. Harry Redknapp's there, he's working there. And he's like, guys, he goes, you want to buy some stuff? I got a used couch. I got Peter Crouch, Nico Crancher toys and stuff. And they're like, we don't want any of that. We just want some food and we want to be on our way. And then in the corner, they see Cesc Fabregas pizza. And so they get a pizza from Cesc Fabregas. And then they decide to get back in the car.
What is going on?
So, hang on. We're getting to the end now. So they kind of drive. They get to London. They're like, "Fuck, we made it. We're gonna sort this out." They get out of the car, and then they see Steven Gerrard, and he turns up, and he's like, "Boys, I heard what you guys are doing. Like, it's fucking great. It's fucking great, lads." And then he gets them in a huddle and goes, "You can save football. You're so close. We don't let this slip now." And suddenly he sees a sheep in the background, and sheep goes bah, and Gerrard just slips, smacks his head on the curb, and he dies. And suddenly someone starts shooting them like a sniper. And they're like, fuck, right? What's going on? Why is someone trying to shoot us for him? But the guy keeps missing. They're hiding and stuff like that. And then they see the sniper. He's like 2 yards away, and he misses again. It's Darwin Núñez.
Núñez. I knew it.
And then so they kind of knock him out, and then they go into the into EA headquarters, and then they see Nicolas Cage, and they're like, "We're here to save football. What the fuck you been doing? What you doing? Blah blah, right?" And he just tells them to fuck off, and they're like, "No, we challenge you. We challenge you to a real life football match. Let's go." And then 5 like AI versions of Haaland turn up, and he goes, "You won't be playing me. You'll be playing against them." And they're like, "Fuck, there's only 4 of us. What are we going to do?" But they're like, "Well, we have no choice, right? We're going to play." So the match starts. It's going to be televised live. There's loads of people watching. On commentary, you have KSI commentating for the EA Sports team, and then for the humans, you got Kevin Keegan, who's like, "I would love it if the lads win. I'd love it.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it."
So the match starts.
Who's on the
right?
5-side teams? Who's 5 Haalands versus
5 Haalands versus our lads: Jackie Chan, Nick Frost, what's it called, Stephen Graham, and Idris Elba. So the match starts, and like by the end of the first half, like it's quickly down 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. They're down to 9-0, and they're like, "Fuck, man, what are we gonna do?" And they're like,
cooked.
And then like Nick Cage, he's laughing. He's like, "You guys are losers. I'm taking football. I've won it off you." And the second half starts, and then they concede like another 4 goals, and they're like, "Shit, man, we're fucked." And on the 85th minute. And in the 85th minute, Nick Frost has like this idea. He's like, "Oh, we need a 5th player. That's why we're losing. I know what to do." And then he calls someone on his phone, and the lights go out, and like a CGI Adriano with 99% power comes onto the team, and they're like, "Fucking hell, wicked!" And so they start the match again, and they kick off, and Adriano scores straight away, right? And suddenly the score is 19-1. And they start celebrating like they won the World Cup. They're so happy. Like the viewership goes up. Fans around the world are cheering so much. And Nick Cage doesn't understand what's going on. He's like, "What the fuck? They're losing 19-1. Like, why are they all celebrating?" And then the match ends, and they've lost, right? And then they're kind of down. They're like, "Oh man, we tried our best. We couldn't do it." And Nick Cage comes up to them and he goes, "Look, like now I see, like,
fuck off."
Now I see, like, numbers and stats, and eFootball can't replace the beautiful game. It can't be replaced by just stats and expected data and stuff. Because let's work together, rebuild football. And then they kind of all jump up like, "Yeah!" And then it freeze frames. You see the credits, and then in the post-credit stinger, it's like 5 years later, the Premier League is back. We're back to start, and Luton have come to the Premier League. They got promoted, and then we end. Yeah.
Wow.
Terrible, man. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. That's just painful, man.
No, I just round of applause. I mean, that's up there with the Ocarina of Time pitch. That is. I think that's. I mean, that was like. Who says? I think it's Trey Parker and Matt Stone say you should never find yourself going and then. It should always be the character did this, therefore this, and subsequently this. It shouldn't be and then all of that was. Then they go to a car. They go get some groceries, and then there's Harry Redknapp selling Peter Crouch, and then they go to the football thing is burnt down.
Why was Haaland cast as Dolph Lundgren, and then everyone else just was themselves?
Yeah.
No, we had the 4 main guys. We had Nicolas Cage. We had
I know,
Lundgren.
but in terms of like a real footballer, it was all Michael Owen, Alan Shearer, Sean Dyche. It was all them, and you only cast
because Haaland. Because like I like Dolph Lundgren.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I mean, like you can see how much I'm missing football during this off season.
So I'm missing it so much. Are you watching the FIFA Club World Cups?
I'm forced into it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's dog shit though, isn't it?
It's cool.
Something about it feels just wrong.
Yeah.
Right, guess we go to our decision.
Yeah. It's a green light from me, son. Let's get it. Let's get that bag. Let's make that fucking. Can I first say, all right? clearly this isn't getting greenlit. I'm sorry to burst your bubble already. Nick's face
I never
alone,
expected it to.
but I had a fucking blast. I haven't cried laughing like that for a while. The minute I realised, when I realised you were doing a sequence of just jokes about
Little
players,
flags,
slip, Michael Owen stating the obvious, all these things. As soon as I heard Redknapp, I knew there'd be something to do with Crouchy and fucking Herman Haridason. And then I just thought but I did every few minutes catch myself thinking, where are we? How did we get here? What is the end goal? But wonderful piece of comedy. Thank you, Rubes. Nick?
I mean, if you did this as a Naked Gun aeroplane style spoof, I could actually see it working.
Could you?
We could do that.
It would really have to be just absurd to the highest degree. But I saw the Naked Gun, the new trailer recently, and I don't think Hollywood can do that anymore. They don't seem to know how to make that type of film.
This is our own studio, right? We can shape this and mold it exactly how it needs to be. With Edgar Wright on the team, I think
Edgar Wright's so random.
Yeah, that is proper random. It's
so random.
Yeah.
You know who I think would do the good job of this? I'm just going to Google it. Will Ferrell always collaborates with a dude. I think it's Gary Sanchez. He makes things like Daddy's Home. Let's have a look. Gary Sanchez Productions. Let's have a look what films they've done. Daddy's Home, The Other Guy, Step Brothers, Get Hard, and Command the Campaign. I think that guy might do this film quite well. I don't know if Edgar Wright would be any good at this.
I was joking about Edgar Wright. I meant that guy. him and Dean Israelite together.
No, even then, I think those comedies that Gary just rattled off there are still too normal for those directors to even do this. Be just absurd. I think it could be a good time, but I just don't think you're going to find the right director for it. And I just don't.
What about the guy that's done Spaceballs?
Well, there's a sequel for that coming out, right? I saw a trailer for that.
Exactly. This could be like a good double feature, Spaceballs and.
But the thing is, what budget are you working with here? Because you've already got like half of the fucking Premier League making appearances.
Yeah, but they'll do it for food and travel expenses. It's not a problem.
Their contract, it's built into their contract. They can do movie things.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Owen, I'm not sure if he's got a sense of humour to laugh at himself. I don't know if he would star in it.
Have you seen he's come out on the defensive lately? He got asked about that famous clip where he's smashing it against that 13-year-old boy.
Get in there! Well done, he's 13. Game, set, and match, Owen.
I love that.
Clip,
and talk about not understanding. We all understand it was set up for this fucking skills video, as if he picked the keeper, right? But he went on TalkSport and spent 15 minutes defending himself. It's well, obviously you go, I got sent there to do some skills, and I said, can we not have an older keeper? As if he said that as well. They're like, no, this is the keeper you're going to use and stuff. So there's I scored some goals past him, and they were like, celebrate a bit more. I was like, well, I can't. He's only a child. And they're like, no, for the video, make good TV. So that's why I'm celebrating really hard when I score them goals.
Right.
I'm like, who gives a fuck, man? That video's 20 years old, and it's hilarious.
It's stuck with him, obviously. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So Mel Brooks, if you can get Mel Brooks to direct,
Brooks. Oh my god, he's 95. He wouldn't.
That's all right. I think we need that type of person.
I'll give him a call. I know him.
Say, hey Mel. Hey, you see?
He's
can
quite
I before
old.
we
You might have to send him a fax rather than a phone call. But if you can get him, I'm in.
All right, wow. I'm happy to switch. To him for a green light.
I
come on, Gary, you loved it.
I loved it. And you know what? The more I was thinking, this is a big fat no, even though I love it, it's a no. But I was like, we are living in a world with the Minecraft movie, and if the next 10 years are all going to be IP mining, I could imagine seeing a comedy about FIFA in there, in and amongst it. Yeah. But I don't know if you had enough nods to the game. You've had more nods to the Premier League,
football,
and real life, and Seb Blatter. I wondered if you could have actually leaned into the game a little bit, the ultimate team aspect, the training things, Space Jam, the new one with LeBron James. That kind of is all about they get digital avatars of people to play in this thing, in this world.
Yeah, but then look at how that film turned out. I wanted to be opposite of that.
Yeah, you've done a road trip movie where just like everyone says a catchphrase and then you move on to the next one. It was just a sequence of events.
But look, think of this, right? There is a lot of football fans, and this is made for them. They'd love it.
But this is football fans that are hardcore into the humor as well. Like,
yeah.
This was my favourite episode by a landslide, but I cannot greenlight this. I'm so sorry.
I can see like KSI and stuff like that appealing to a lot of young people to just go and watch it anyway, just because he's in it.
Do you think we're going to make a lot of fucking money? Is that what you're saying?
I think it would make money, but it would get panned. It would get panned at the box office. The critics would absolutely pan it, but it would do well.
It's a one for you, one for me thing. We use the money we make from this film to kind of pump it into Gary's Drive game.
Yeah. Drive game. Oh my god. Our studio would be hilarious for making some of the most out there. But maybe that's what our studio is all about, making some dangerous moves, some funny plays.
Have you seen the Apple TV show, The Studio?
Oh yeah, I need to.
There's literally an episode exactly like this about.
Can you give me a login? Can you give me a login to fucking Apple TV?
For Apple, it was on a offer. That's why I got it. It's like $2.99 for 3 months.
Oh,
$2.99 per month for 3 months. But the library is quite small, so you can kind of like blast through it very quickly. I only wanted to watch Severance and Tetris and that on The Studio. Tetris is good, man. It was good. It was good. Yeah, I never thought a film about contract signing would be so exciting.
It's Taron Egerton.
I totally forgot about that film, to be fair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's because it's hidden away on Apple. That's why.
Nick, I'm gonna greenlight this. I'm gonna defer to you. Unless we are unanimous on it, it doesn't get greenlit. So you're the deciding vote.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think you need the right director for the right type of spoof comedy for this, which didn't really feel like that was what your pitch was, that you were going for spoof, like hardcore spoof. So I think on that alone, I can't really. And like I say, the only director that could really do it is Mel Brooks, and he's so old, probably doesn't know anything about English football that it just wouldn't work anyway. So
I think that's a bit of a mistake, and I also feel like saying, I treated you like a son. You stabbed me in the fucking heart.
I treated you like a son. You fucking stabbed me in the heart. Fuck you.
Wow.
And do you know what? And just because you jabbed at Man United, the Chan Chinese thing, I'm afraid I can't greenlight that.
What an episode. I'm going to point, when people ask what should I listen to first, I'm going to point them to this episode.
Please.
This was amazing. Well, thank you, Rubel. Thank you guys for listening and joining us for another episode of the Screenplay Podcast. If you'd like to get involved, please email us at thescreenplaypodcast@gmail.com, or if email's too old school for you, you can follow us on our socials. Links are in the description. As always, for more episodes, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts, or come and see our ugly mugs in real life with video on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, as it really helps us out. And with that, boys, it's a peace. Ciao.